Hey Crypto Masters, welcome back to the Crypto Mastery channel. So today we're going to take a look at Polkadot. We're going to refresh ourselves on, what Polkadot is, and I'm going to give you a price prediction of where I think the Polkadot can actually go to in the, into the mid to the long term, and why I believe it's got such a potential to be a very strong investment now, and why it's a part of kind of my portfolio and why I'm bringing it to you as a community. Before we get into it, I will just say that, this is all based off my own research, my own judgment. Please do invest where you feel the potential is, where you feel the utility is, and where you feel you're making a strong investment. Again, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. It all helps out the channel and helps me bring future videos to you as a community. So let's get into it and let's take a look at Polkadot. So reason number one, if we look at the, one of the early founders and the strong component of Polkadot, right? We lean into Gavin Wood. Now, Gavin Wood is a long-time veteran in the the crypto and the blockchain space. He was one of the very early people to kind of spearhead and to build up the Ethereum network. So he's got a lot of history, a lot of experience. He since went on to build Polkadot, Kusama, both very successful platforms. So he's got a very, very strong record in this space of building networks, building blockchains that not only succeed and offer real power and utility to people, but as an investment, as a project, show huge, huge potential moving forward. And it's always key to do your research when investing into something, to look at who's running the project, kind of, what experience have they got, what have they done in the past, and do you feel like they've got that potential to create another gem of the future? And I really feel that, Gavin Wood, with his experience, with his passion for this space, and what he's managed to achieve already, if you look back at the achievements for Polkadot in 2021, I mean, it's just massive. I think this has got huge, huge potential as we hit 2022 and as we start to see this explode through 2022 and beyond. So reason number two is around what Polkadot actually offers as a blockchain technology itself. It really is focused around, and we can take a look at their website for this as well, right? But it really is focused around interoperability. It's interoperability at the heart of what it's trying to offer here. When I look at things like Ethereum is something that I believe has barriers to entry. So instead of encouraging people to kind of enter and use the platform, you got some key barriers to enter that platform and start consuming and using it. One is the price point, not only to buy Ethereum, but when you look at using and operating on the platform, you've got very high gas fees. It's not as fast as other networks, and it's not it hasn't got that interoperability built into the heart of what it is. So I think with Polkadot focusing on interoperability, I think, it's highly scalable. You're not going to see kind of the fees from a transactional perspective that you would potentially see, and you do see on the Ethereum blockchain. The other side of things that I think the Polkadot really brings to the network is when we look at things like parachains and auctions and crowd loans, right? Now, this is twofold. So this offers great kind of potential for new projects wanting to get onto this blockchain, because you've got the whole parachain and the auctions concept that allows them to join the network, allows them to get funding and to really, enhance their projects moving forward. But then on the other side of that, you've also got, from a investor perspective, the parachains and the auctions themselves offers a huge kind of new market and new potential for you to gain some basically extra kind of free investment from that. So if you invest in the crowd loans, by investing, you get a proportion of that project if it's successfully completed as a parachain auction, which I think is fantastic, and it offers extra utility to investors, but also an extra potential for projects as they go on. And point number three is, if we take a look at Ethereum as an example, as a base point, and we look back at the history and we look at really what's possible given kind of market caps and X kind of amounts of gains and so on, to see what we could see this this crypto kind of hype to. So if we look at Ethereum, I mean, it's really shocking to look back at Ethereum and actually see at the start of the pandemic, and actually not even the pandemic, right? Because I had a minor price kind of action against Ethereum back in 2020. But even if we look back at the start of kind of 2020 for Ethereum, it was $143.81, and now it's over 3,000, and that's still not its highest point, right? At its highest point, it was almost $5,000. If you were to go back and talk to yourself in April 20 and you were to say, actually, Ethereum is going to pump all the way up to nearly $5,000, do you think you believe yourself? I mean, a lot of this seems unbelievable at the time, but there's so much kind of potential, there's so much utility for these projects, and they will continue to grow, so they will continue to pump over time. So we can see the exponential gain, and that's seen just from like a couple of years' time, from $130 odd right the way up to $5,000, and we'll see Ethereum pump even harder in 2022, and we'll likely see it go $10,000 and beyond, which is just crazy numbers. If we then take a look and switch over to Polkadot, right, and take a look at where Polkadot currently sits in terms of price action, what the current market cap is, and my price prediction for Polkadot. So if we take a look at this, we know that currently Polkadot is, it's up around 5%, so it's $27. We can see that the overall kind of market cap for this is around the 30 billion mark. If we take a look at Ethereum as well, like the current market cap for Ethereum is 400 billion, right? So if we were to say the Polkadot would see a price jump to where Ethereum currently sits today, then we're probably talking around a 20x gain, so like 20 times the current price, up to where Ethereum currently sits. And if we were to say that, then what would the price action be of this if the Polkadot price was to 20x? So if it was to 20x, currently it's around $27. 10x would be 270. So around about $500 with 20x Polkadot. And I think that is very, very feasible, right? I think for Polkadot to reach $500 is more than feasible. Taking the market cap up to 400 billion or so, I think that's more than feasible based off the history and the price action we've seen of similar blockchains, with the same team, the same backing. And I think that actually Polkadot's got a lot more going for it than Ethereum, right? Unless Ethereum really ramp up their development and we start to see some exciting things coming out that are really going to drive down the kind of the gas prices and draw people to that blockchain. I think longer term, they may struggle with things like, Polkadot and kind of ADA that offer, basically more utility in a much better way to the kind of consumers. So there you have it. There's my price prediction for Polkadot as we move forward. I think that, in reality, we know that things can pump even higher than that. We know that Ethereum went from around $100 all the way up to $5,000, which is just crazy gains, right? $100 to $5,000 is like, about a 50x jump, which is just a huge amount of gains. So Polkadot can definitely make that jump. I think they've got great utility, and I'm really excited to see Polkadot continue its momentum into 2022. And I think it's a strong investment. So you don't want to miss out on it while it's on discount at the moment. The market's still quite heavily down from where it was. So don't miss out on this opportunity, because I guarantee in a couple of years' time, you're going to be looking back at this video and other videos, and you'll be really kicking yourself that you missed out on such a strong investment. Well, I look forward to doing more videos in the future. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, and I will catch you on the next video.